everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and I have another project for you in my holiday series. It's the Santa Cocoa box, and it has a little Ghirardelli hot cocoa, the little package of marshmallows, and a candy cane. So this is the project I'm going to share with you today. So let me get out what we need. It's an 8 by 11 piece of real red, and then you'll need one piece of 3/4 inch by 11 piece of black for his belt, and you will need a piece of 3 by 1 whisper white, and this is for the sentiment, and then you're going to need a piece of glimmer paper, and this is for his little buckle. So that is all you'll need. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to show you first because a lot of people ask me to show a template. So this is the template for it. It's a piece 8 by 11. You are going to score it at 2 and 6, and then you will score it at 3.5 and 4.5, and then you go ahead and cut out these two larger pieces here, and you'll come back and you're going to score it at 1 inch on each side. And that's your basic box. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll grab the trimmer and we'll go ahead and score this. And your first score will be on the shorter side. It's going to be at 2. Let me get out that blade before I make a mistake and cut. So you're going to score it at 2 and then at 6. And then we're going to turn it, and you're going to score it at 3.5 and 4.5. And then let's move the trimmer for a minute here, and we are going to cut out these two larger areas on both sides. And you can do it on your trimmer if you'd rather do it on your trimmer. These scissors are great for this, so I'm just gonna use these, and this side also. And then let's go ahead and grab the trimmer one more time. And then we are going to score this bottom part at 1 inch. So you'll score 1 inch here and then turn it and score it on the other one at 1 inch. And then we'll be done with our scoring. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, let me grab my little scissors, and we are going to cut down this score mark to the second score mark there, and also this one, and then we are going to cut off this little square there and this square here, so it will look like that. So let me grab the bone folder and I will sharpen these creases, and I am going to put one piece on the inside here of the outside flap, and we're going to do the same on the other side. And don't use the snail for this either, because you're holding quite a bit of heavy stuff in there, the cocoa pack and your candy cane. So that is it. So let's go ahead and put it together. Take off this backing. Pull your flaps in, and you will line this up to the edge and seal that. Oh no, I'm stuck. This has not been my week, y'all. I've been sick all weekend. I'm going to have to put another piece of sticky strip on here. I'm going to just pull that off. and so today's the first day that I'm feeling better, but it has been one of those days, like. So let's try this again. Put your flap in and then line this side up. Okay, so we have the box. There you go. So the next thing I'm going to do is grab the glimmer paper, and using this artisan label punch, I'm going to punch out one of those for his belt, and then you do need to use an X-Acto for this. What you're going to do is just cut 2 little slits, and how I did that was I just marked on the back with my pencil and ruler, and I just went down where these meet. So I just drew a line here and one here, and then I just took the X-Acto knife and just cut a couple slits, and then cut one on this side, and then I just went back and I just cut another line right next to it just to give it a little bit of space. And pull those out. And always cut on a mat because you don't want to cut through all your paper and everything. So let's go ahead and grab the trimmer scorer again, and let's score the belt. So for this belt, you are going to score it at 2 1/4, and then 3 1/4, 7 1/4, and 8 1/4. And you don't really have to score it. You can just eyeball it and put it around, but I like to score it because I like it to be even. And then we're just gonna put the paper through here, slide his belt on in the middle, and then we will just crease these. And you can add a little bit of snail on the end there. Wrap him around the end of the box. And attach it to the back. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, you need a piece of scrap, and I'm just going to cut with a regular hole punch 2 little buttons. And then I'll just use my Zig 2-way pen to glue those on. Yep. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is just stamp our sentiment. And now the sentiment is from the Get Your Santa On, and I used this Santa in my other project. He's so cute. And so this time I'm using Ho 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 and Chimney Delivery, and then the little hat. So I just put those all on one block, which makes it so much easier with those photopolymer, because you can set them up the way you want them. And just use some real red, center that, and there it is. I thought that was so cute. Get your hole punch out, punch a hole, and then I just cut in on the ends to flag the end, just like that. And I'm going to grab some of this real red ribbon. And this ribbon is awesome. This is our new cotton ribbon. And I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to grab another. I got this, thought that was so cute, so I grabbed one of these Hello Kitty for a little girl. And then these little campfire. And these I got all at that World Market. I don't know if y'all have them. But also, I didn't have any wrapped candy canes, but I would use a wrapped one so you can attach this little sentiment on there and just tie a little bow just like that. Trim off your ends there. And there you have it. That is it. Here's the other one that I made. So that's the project today. If you need any supplies, you can shop at my blog at stampingwithamore.com, and I hope you enjoyed it. Everyone have a blessed day. Bye.